Bad cops are training bad cops. At the end of this video, you are going to see a list of different cities and states of where these conferences are happening. If you happen to live in one, I want you to call your local police department and demand that your local officers do not attend these kinds of conferences. I want you to contact your state's attorney general, and I want you to demand them to cancel any and all conferences with this company. Or you can continue to back the blue until it happens to you. Your call.
In October 2021, about 1,000 police officers attended a private police training conference in Atlantic City. What we found was really disturbing.
I'm not the guy who's recording you like, oh, I am not a citizen of the United States under Act 12, 6. Shut the up, right? About to get pepper sprayed, tased, windows broken out, mother.
I've made it very clear to all 38,000 sworn officers and their leadership that no one should be attending street cop training.
I don't want to hear those exit. I don't want to fucking die at like 91 with hookers and cocaine around me, you know? Hey, we watched your body cam videos. We don't think you got a voluntary consent. Here's 7 pieces of case law, fuckhead. Stop trying to back the 19-year-old dispatcher.
I would be remiss if I didn't remind you or let you know that I have a 3-inch dick.
I'm not the one with the 1-inch dick.
I watched this car come off the highway, and I fucked the shit out of the female driver. She doesn't want to fuck me back, though.
Just a while, west, south, wherever. You don't believe me? Run from Georgia State Patrol. Run from me. Somewhere along the chase becomes neither confirm or deny there's some videos out there with me doing just that.
First on the news at 6 o'clock, a reserve West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's deputy who shot into the back of a fleeing car is facing charges tonight.
Sean Pardazzi was fired in February, months after the initial incident took place. He's now facing charges of illegal discharge of a firearm and obstruction of justice.
Vehicle in park. Shut the fuck up, right? About to get pepper sprayed and fucking tased, windows broken out, motherfucker.
CBS News discovered the founder of Street Cop, Dennis Bonino, was a street cop himself in Woodbridge Township, New Jersey. Public records revealed Bonino was disciplined by the department 3 times in 5 years. In 2015, 3 women accused him of using excessive force and racial bias. Woodbridge Township paid $50,000 taxpayer dollars to settle before it went to trial. Bonino never admitted wrongdoing. Woodbridge police say he retired from the department at age 33, weeks after that lawsuit was filed. Then he went on to create Street Cop.
Investigated this 6-day conference hosted by a private company called Street Cop Training. Instructors taught unconstitutional policing practices, teaching officers to stop motorists without a lawful basis and to illegally prolong traffic stops.
Have a day where you go out and go, I'm going to pull over 20 people in a row for the sole purpose of asking them a series of questions. And make up your own questions. Something as simple as, hey, how you doing? Where you come from? You know, hey, where you going? Be real friendly about all stuff and just see how people answer questions. You will learn general baseline.
Kenny Williams was sitting in the driver's seat. He's finger fucking his computer, really just playing Tetris, not doing anything. And he's asking them very simple questions in the midst of, you know, his investigation. Oh, so who's that in the car again? Oh, where'd you guys say you're going? You going for a long time? I have family out that way. Making up a story and trying to engage them in a casual conversation.
Indiana, speed limit for trucks is 65, cars is 70. There's no fucking way that any car should ever be behind a semi if they have the ability to pass it. So when you do that, if you're coming through Indiana, I'm gonna fucking stop your ass. Like, he has the whole left lane to pass this fucking semi, but he's gonna sit right behind it. It makes zero sense. It's not.
Attention now to the outrage over a police training conference in New Jersey.
The trainers on video tell vulgar stories, glorify violence, and even encourage officers to violate the law.
A dozen local departments took part in the training in Atlantic City 2 years ago, but a state watchdog just released the video today.
New Jersey reporter Anthony Johnson is in Hackensack with the details from the report and what the company had to say about it. Anthony.
Yeah, Sandra and Joe, the allegations in this report are scathing. Some 240 police officers from New Jersey attended that conference back in October of 2021. There were 1,000 cops in total at that conference. Now, the state comptroller says a lot of the language they heard was very, very troubling, disturbing, and some of the things that they learned as far as tactics are concerned would be considered unconstitutional.
I don't want to hear those exit. I don't want to Die like 91 with hookers and cocaine around me, you know?
That was just one of the comments that raised eyebrows and led the state comptroller to investigate the street cop conference in Atlantic City in 2021.
I would be remiss if I didn't remind you or let you know that I have a 3-inch.
I'm not the one with the 1-inch.
There's a lot of foul language and comments that may make many cringe.
As he or she, him, her, she, him, whatever you want to call people now.
According to the report, no one attending the week-long conference complained, even though the event talked about tactics that are unconstitutional.
Private post-academy training like street cops is unregulated with essentially no oversight. The company can teach whatever it wants. It's a free-for-all.
These are some of the local towns and cities that sent officers and police chiefs at taxpayer expense to the street cop conference.
What happened in Atlantic City in October 2021 was a pep rally for bad policing that taxpayers paid for.
The comptroller adds that when officers violate the rights of citizens, it leads to lawsuits that are settled with taxpayer dollars. Some comments at the meeting were sexist. These comments were made in front of mostly men in a state where only 11% of the officers are women.
What this training did was normalize discriminatory and harassing behavior.
Our state, unfortunately, has this long history of racialized policing with communities of color that, are bearing the brunt of abuses. And so when we see trainings like this, it's just really alarming.
The head of Street Cops defended his organization, stating there is not one single instance in the OSC report where we have advocated any practice that is inconsistent with quality policing. Isolated excerpts taken out of context from a week-long training are not reflections of the overall quality of the education that Street Cop provides. Yeah, the city of Newark was on the comptroller's list, but we reached out to them. They said they did not send any police officers to that event, once again back in October of 2021. And we reached out to other agencies that said they didn't send their officers down there because when they looked at the agenda, it raised some red flags.
100 days, 100 days, 100 days, turned up on 100 days, deep in eyes went black, yeah, my eyes went black, like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days, burned out on 100 days, gray book bag with pack, not the gray book bag, like, nah, 100 days, 100 days, like that on 100 days, blood move at the strap, at the strap, like, what? 100 days, 100 days, Biz OB on 100 days, live at Merrimack, better watch your back. 100 days, 100 days, 100 days, turned up on 100 days, deep in eyes went black, yeah, my eyes went black, like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days, burned out on 100 days, gray book bag with pack, not the gray book bag, like, nah, 100 days, 100 days, like that on 100 days, blood move at the strap, at the strap, like, what? 100 days, 100 days, Biz OB on 100 days, live at Merrimack, better watch your back. 100 days, 100 days, 100 days, turned up on 100 days, deep in eyes went black, yeah, my eyes went black, like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days, burned out on 100 days, gray book bag with pack, not the gray book bag, like, nah, 100 days, 100 days, like that on 100 days, blood move at the strap, at the strap, like, what? 100 days, 100 days, Biz OB on 100 days, live at Merrimack, better watch your back. 100 days, 100 days, 100 days, turned up on 100 days, deep in eyes went black, yeah, my eyes went black, like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days, burned out on 100 days, gray book bag with pack, not the gray book bag, like, nah, 100 days, 100 days, like that on 100 days, blood move at the strap, at the strap, like, what? 100 days, 100 days, Biz OB on 100 days, live at Merrimack, better watch your back. 100 days, 100 days, 100 days, turned up on 100 days, deep in eyes went black, yeah, my eyes went black, like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days, burned out on 100 days, gray book bag with pack, not the gray book bag, like, nah, 100 days, 100 days, like that on 100 days, blood move at the strap, at the strap, like, what? 100 days, 100 days, Biz OB on 100 days, live at Merrimack, better watch your back. 100 days, 100 days, 100 days. Two turned up on 100 days. Deep in eyes went black. Yeah, my eyes went black like, yeah, 100 days, 100 days. Burned out on 100 days. Book back with